What up, G Life fam? It's your boy MC Shadow coming at you with another video. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was actually a subject that the homie Nikki Six brought up. He's one of my subscribers. You know what I mean? Shout out to homie. Now, what I want to talk about, but make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist, all that good stuff, share. It's child support. You know what I mean? My thoughts on child support in general. Now, I didn't let homie influence my thoughts, nor my wife, because she was throwing her opinions in here. My opinions and my opinions only um, about child support. Because child support is a complex subject. Complex because of many things. One, the court systems are completely out of wax when it comes to this subject. Like, the court systems are screwed up when it comes to child support. One, because it's mostly one sided. The female is viewed always as the victim. The male is always seen as the villain. Um, so it tends to lean more into the female side than anything else. When let's be honest here, you know what I mean. I could only tell you how it is. Uh, a lot of women, honestly, they know they have this information, so they play the system to get their ways. Because a lot of women in this world are scandalous and shady. You know what I mean? I mean, so are males. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to all of that. You know, um, but women, manipulate stuff to for their way. Even when it tends to be their fault or they're the cause for the separation and all kinds of different stuff. You know what I mean? Most women tend to get it and spend it on themselves instead of the actual child. Don't let them see the child, but yet they want the male to be paying, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Um, a lot of factors. Now I have a child with somebody else, right? But I don't pay child support. You know, there's a there's an agreement between us. Like, my son needs something, then I go get it for him, because honestly, in my opinion, the money should never touch the female's hands at all. If we're not together, like, it's as easy as a phone call. Like, what does he need, and we go get it. You know what I mean? Like, the money's meant to support the child, not to support your household with groceries, not to support your 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 needs on yourself, your needs on your companion, your needs maybe on the other children that you have with the new companion. It's meant for the child that you guys have between you two. No shots or division being taken or nothing like that. It's just that the money, that's what it's for. Even if you look at the court system, it's made for that child. That child. You know what I mean? And let's face it, when the money goes the other way, I mean, it's not gonna go off for the child. They're gonna spend it on some other stuff, whether it's their cable bill, their phone bill, or whatever the case may be. That's why I don't think that that's a good idea. Now, there is a lot of dirtbag guys out there, which honestly, if they're not there for their child or anything like that, you're a piece of crap in my book. Um, I know that sounds like, damn, homie, like that, like, my boy, that's your kid, homie. How you just gonna turn your back on him? Like, why? Cause you want to be a mag daddy or a player? You just want to own up to your responsibilities? I mean, should have thought of that before you handle business. That's why I always think twice who you have a kid with. And I know shit happens, you know what I mean. But if shit happens, I mean, man up to him. I'm not saying you have to stay with the female or anything like that, but at least be there for your child. Like, I don't see how people could just tuck tail and run. That never made no sense to me. And I still to this day can't comprehend why fools would do that. Yeah, even if the girl is like a devil or she gets on your nerves or whatever, like, the love that you have for your child should be able to overshadow the bullshit that she brings. Because that's your kid. At least in my book, that's how it should be. You know what I mean? Because now, we know that a lot of men, do tend to go whatever. But even if the man, like, hasn't paid, or, like, like, is having his fall offs, about, like, let's say, he struggles to get a job or maintain a job or whatever. The fact that the court system have them pay an outrageous amount of money, because there is an outrageous amount of money. A month, a male should only be providing the female with at the most, for each kid, at the most about $100 for a month. I know, I have 4 kids, and let me tell you, I have 4 kids. Me and my wife don't spend $100 a month on each kid. We don't. We don't. That doesn't happen. As a matter of fact, I don't know anybody that does, you know, spend that much. Honestly. You know what I mean? You can say, like, oh, the grocery bills, like, yeah, but we're talking about a kid here, not to feed your whole entire family. You're gonna use his money. It's just meant for that kid. Do you not understand that? I know the electricity. If you separate it, okay, so you take the 20 for the electricity, $10 for the, because I have a house, so I know how much bills are. If you get all that, it still don't equal $100. Trust me, I done the math. And I have kids, and I have kids with somebody. I'm telling you, I know what it is. I know what it is, and I'm only here to tell the truth. I'm on either side. I'm not on the man's side, because if he's a piece of shit or whatever, yeah, like, he should, the court should have him pay. But at the same time, a certain amount, even if you guys' relationships are rocky or he's a piece of crap or whatever, because the money's still gonna pile on. Because guess what? If he's already a piece of crap like that, and if the amount is higher, if it keeps going higher, whatever, your relationship's only gonna get rockier from there. Most likely he ain't gonna want to pay. Most likely he won't even have a job, and it'll motivate him why not to get a job. So you see how it's gonna be working against you instead of in favor for you. I mean, you might as well be receiving something than nothing, and that other way you're gonna be receiving shit. You know what I mean? A lot of fools will be like, "Fuck it, take me to jail," or whatever. They just going, like. But see, you're making the situation worse like that, And some people, I know, they tend to do it just because it brings them joy. But let me tell you something. Whenever there's child support, court systems, and everything involved, the mom and the father, you're both to blame. It's not the father's fault, and it's not your fault. It's both of you. The fact that 2 grown-ass adults can sit on the table and have a discussion on how this should be handled is ridiculous. And like, you guys should be able to, because at the end of the day, the one that's going to pay the price is the child. It's not going to be you, it's not going to be her, it's going to be the kid. The kid is the one that's going to be suffering. You know what I mean? And so they're both going to be, like, wanting to play at their favor or insult the other person, when at the end of the day, you guys are putting your egos ahead of the love for your child, and that's real talk. You should never even if you hate the father, you hate the mother. You should never badmouth the mother nor the father to your child. The memories a child should have of his parents should be only good, not bad. You know what I mean? You should just there's no reason for insulting the other one. You know what I mean? Even if he's not, you know what I'm saying? You guys are both the adults, so let's act like adults. You know what I mean? Because those are kid games. There's no reason for you to be like, you know what, your dad's a piece of crap, and there's no need for that. What are you gonna get out of that? That you want the kid to start resenting the father, so it could play in your favor, just to get him out of your life, out of your hair. So you're putting your priorities ahead of your child's, because you're manipulating it that way, because you just want him out of your ass, and you don't care at the cost of your child's relationship or not. It doesn't even matter. It's all about you. So you're putting your relationship and your pride, your morals, your views ahead of your child's. You're the parent. You're supposed to be the protector of your child, the one that guides him in life, the one that protects him, the one that should like show him the path to a good life. So why are you already bringing all this negativity and drama? Like, why are you pouring all of that onto your son's plate or your daughter's plate? You get what I'm saying? Like, there's absolutely no reason for that. That's because you're putting your views ahead of your own kids, and that's something that should never be done. At least in my opinion. Um, so there is that. I think people, I guess, can't seem to understand that or don't see that. You get what I mean? Because the fact that there's even some cases where the mom or the dad, because there is some women that pay child support, don't let them see the kid, but they still want them to pay the child support, which makes no sense whatsoever. No sense. That right there, I don't even know how the court systems allow that. Can't you see that it's just a get money scheme? Like, they're literally robbing him for his money. You get what I'm saying? Like, if he's paying, then he should be allowed to see his kid. It's only right. And if, let's say, like, no, he's a bad father, like, he should have, okay, then why take his money? I mean, you should just not even take his money. I mean, you're not letting him see the kid already, so right there, you should just cut the ties. There is literally no reason for why to be accepting his money. If his time is not good enough for the kid because he's a horrible person, then don't take his money. I mean, a murderer and a drug dealer are horrible people. Would you accept their money? If he killed somebody out there in the front street and he handed you that person's the wallet, you'll take it? You get what I'm saying? Like that makes no sense. That's your motivation clearly is money. It's not your child's love or affect. It's none of that. It's your mean of getting money. Plain and simple. I know the truth hurts. I can only tell you how it is. And yeah, there is a certain amount of money they should pay, depending on kids. Like, let's say if you have 3 kids with somebody else, a month for 3 kids, you should be roughly paying about like 3 something, like $100 for each kid a month, at least $100 for each kid, and then like 135. Let's say, throw in the taxes in there for 3 kids. You know what I mean? Because trust me, I have bills, I have a household, I pay grocery. I know how it works. Um, you get what I mean? So there's nothing that you can tell me where it's like, no, it has to be there. No, because if you're struggling in life, but you want this amount of money, it's because you're living higher than what you could afford. So why you going and buying all this luxury for? Because you want the finer things in life? If you're struggling, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're struggling, then why go and try to be buying the finer things in life? You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense to me. You want to live lovely, even though, like, you don't have the means? Like, that's not how life works, bro. Like, oh, no, I need him to pay because look at this phone I have. I need the new iPhone. Like, oh, God. People are ridiculous. You know what I mean? They try to cheat the systems, and the reason why most people think that they have on like at least like a valid point to what they do is the advice that other people give, because other people are in similar situations, or if they were to be in similar situations would get it out like that. That's why they give that advice. But I'm not here to be like what sounds good to your ears. I'm here to tell you what it is, the honest truth, in my honest opinion. Whether people dislike it or not like it, these are my honest opinions, and shit, from the math and everything, these are the facts. You're not gonna tell me. I mean, I was in the struggle. You know what I mean? I'm still in the ghetto. I got kids. I got bills. You know what I mean? I'm a gang member. Like, you're not gonna tell me like how much money it takes to get it out there. You get what I'm saying? Um, but the male and the female are both wrong here when they try to be playing these games with their kid in the middle. The tug of war. Your kid is not made for that. You guys are supposed to be the kid's protectors, not the root to his problems. I'm just saying, I'm Shadow. I'm out.